Yo, what's going on, man? This the W, RJW. And at the end of the day, man, this ain't a laughing matter. So my heart goes out to Quavo, Takeoff, Offset. You see, when something like this happens to people that don't know, because I don't know you, you don't know me, and then here I am trying to say something about, you know what I mean? All I can say is that they had some they had some hits, they had some bops, you know what I mean? And for the one that was quiet, because I know right now that's what everybody's on right now. You know what I mean? The vultures of YouTube, right now they feeding off, you know, the thought of this young man. But at the end of the day, let's keep it 100. It's a sad situation. Nobody is happy behind somebody's death. You know, his future was ahead of him, and his future was bright. You know, oh man, and you know who we are. We're not one to speak on other people's, you know what I mean, pain and suffering and stuff. But Amigos was, weren't they the new Run DMC? Weren't they the new Public Enemy? Weren't they the group? You know what I mean? Weren't they supposed to be that group? Then everything messes up, because nobody wants to play by the rules. There's no rules in this hip hop game, huh? Oh man, I'm not happy behind this, man. I mean, to be rolling dice and for your own peoples to pull out and not know where they shooting, who they shooting at, that man needs to go gets locked up. Your mistake. And I know right now, oh man. I know Quavo right now is hurting. Oh, gee whiz. Because right? You know they were all related, right? Quavo is his uncle. And you heard the way Quavo yelled out homeboy's name. That hurt, man. You see, that's the thing with us, right? You know, it's not a way to go out, man. Mm-mm. We've all gone through things, seen things, done things that's like, that keeps us up, things that, that we're not proud of, and it lingers on our heart forever. And all I could, you know, think about was why my nigga took a bullet for me. And I think about that every day. You know what I mean? Pushed me out the way, took the bullet for me. You know what I mean? And ever since then, I wasn't normal no more. I didn't see things the way I used to see them. So I could imagine what homeboy, you know what I'm saying, is going through right now. I could imagine what he's going through. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of you cats out there, y'all got to stop joking with certain things, you know what I mean? Stop joking. You know what I mean? Y'all need to stop joking with certain things in life. You know what I mean? Because when men go through certain things, right, and we think, you know, we could handle it because we're men, but when it was a mistake, something that wasn't even supposed to happen, and it happened, and now your mind is going shoulda, coulda, woulda, what have I done? And you know, and you feel everybody's going to blame you, in which they do, you know, hanging out with me. You know, hanging out with me, you know, it's supposed to be hunky-dory. But the truth of the matter is, you know, the places that we used to hang out, you know, we enjoyed that. I'm not comparing what Quavo's going to what I went through per se. I'm just saying that, dag, man. You know? Because there's a lot of cats out there, you know, they gonna fake it. And you know, a lot of these YouTube cats right here, you know, they just come out their face and say whatever to the third, and then all of a sudden, you know, nah, it's not like that, man. It's not like that, man. I like Amigos. I like them a lot. So you know what I mean? So may God, you know what I mean? May we all, because at the end of the day, as sad as it sounds for us, because at the end of the day, right, if it doesn't happen to you, if it's not happening to you, you don't know what it is. You don't know what it feels like. But when it finally comes down to you, now you want everybody. But at the end of the day, man, I feel that these young men were good guys. They were one of the few good guys in this game. You know what I mean? In this game. One of the few good men in this game. And if I hear anything negative about this takeoff, I'm going to be very upset because 28 years old, you know what I mean? Oh, my goodness, my God. Hey, yo, man, this the RJW, man. You watching the Rich Rocker Show. And at the end of the day, man, you know, I just don't get up on here just to hear myself talk. I just don't be up on here, you know, just to see myself on YouTube, you know, because on these YouTube streets, in this particular neighborhood of YouTube, there's a lot of cats out there not recognizing, although they want to realize what goes on in show business, you know, and sometimes show business might confuse you into believing that certain people, being that, you know, they're being seen 24/7, 365 days of the year, making hit records, being in movies and stuff like that. There, you know, brothers like me, I don't get jealous of people like, it's like, yeah, man, go for it, bro. Yeah, my peoples. But at the end of the day, you know, you'll see some cats on YouTube. You could hear in their voice that they're not happy that you're successful. On YouTube, or whatever on the internet, you'll hear them talk that they're not happy to see you do your thing, to make your thing happen. You know what I mean? They don't like that. That really pisses them off. Why? Because they wanted to be that. They wanted your position, but they didn't have what you had to be where you at. So when certain things happen to you, they're happy. I'm not. You know what I mean? You got to have, with a clear conscience. We're human beings. We're born to make mistakes, but let's keep it 100 on these YouTube streets. There's enough people on these YouTube streets. They're just happy to, you know what I'm saying, to see a downfall. I'm not happy to see nobody's downfall, man. You know what I mean? We already know this whole year was all about, damn, this rapper got killed, that rapper, who, what, where, oh, this rapper, and I'm like, what? Then all of a sudden, hip-hop, rap, one of the most dangerous, careers to enter was to be a rapper. And at the end of the day, I'm going to put it to you like this. No, not at all. Not at all. As you already know, as I said, what's running hip hop right now? The female rappers, they're the ones right now. They got their grips into this hip hop thing, so it's the female rapper right now. But because of this, there's a double standard going on right now. There's a double standard going on with these female rappers, right? Twitter and other platforms are allowing them to argue and say this and that about each other. Subliminal this one, subliminal this, that one, and this, that, and this and that, And at the end of the day, we all know that, controversy sells. That's the phrase. Well, controversy sells. My name is in the mix, so so let it happen. But at the end of the day, we should know better than that, right? Holy, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we should know better than that. Damn. Right? Oh, wow. I didn't even feel like doing it today. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like getting up on here, you know what I'm saying, and speak what I had to speak but I know that a lot of you cats, you know what I'm saying, being that I did take media arts in college. That's what it was called back then. Media arts, it was a joke, y'all. It was a joke, y'all. What are you taking up? I'm taking media arts. Media arts? Your father was a lawyer. Why? Your mom is media arts, But look, we were right, weren't we? Huh? That's the biggest field in the world. You know what I mean? We were right. So here you are, you graduated with a liberal arts degree, a communications degree, right? Because, it wasn't that you didn't like school, which I really didn't like school. Let's keep it 100. Couldn't stand school. I mean, the girls looked nice. The fellows, it was always a fashion show in my school, so I don't know. And we didn't go to one of those schools. It was a fashion show in our school. You know what I mean? Every day, you had to be jigged out. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Every freaking day you had to be jigged out. You had to be jigged out in my school. It was a fashion show in my school. Oh, man. Every day. And then finally you in college. And guess what? Almost the same thing. Why? Because there's something about us, you know what I'm saying? Us peoples, my peoples and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's just something about us, just something about us. Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? We don't want the next man or the next woman to outdo us. So keeping up with the Joneses, it was just something about us. And a lot of you girls out there, the way that you saw it, it wasn't how it is. Because right now, a lot of you females are watching, I need a drug dealer. You don't, bitch. Because you want that drug dealer because at the end of the day, he doesn't last, right? The true drug dealer, the corner boy, he doesn't last, but he's living his life like it's the last day, like it's the best, and you want to be down with that. You don't want to get hurt, you don't want to get shot up, but you want to be down with this kid because that kid, he has an expiration date. So boom, by the time he gets shot, then you just scoop up and take all his assets, which is illegal, and then you bounce. So what kind of girl are you? What kind of female are you? Females like that? And these are the females that you guys like, why? Barely have a 4th grade education, you know what I mean? You barely could write your name correctly and whatnot. Barely have an 8th grade education. 4th grade and 8th grade mentality with a grown ass woman's body and whatnot. Quick to disrespect, you know what I mean? Because you know how ignorant you are. You know how ignorant you sound. The moment you open your mouth, there's nothing but ignorance that pops out of it. And nothing intelligent about you. You know what I mean? But you got a booming body, you got a banging body. But matter of fact, you didn't even have a banging, booming body and stuff until you got caught up in the game, you made a little money, and now you got all this plastic surgery all over you and whatnot. You swear up and down you gorgeous, but at the end of the day, right? Have a child. That child's gonna look like you. So we gotta recognize to realize, man. There's something about my peoples and my peoples right now. You know what I mean? We're going through something right now. And being that I'm from New York, you know what I mean? Being that I'm from New York, you know what I mean? Seen it all for what it is. And a lot of you young cats, y'all like to talk what old school heads used to say. Well, let me say it, man. I seen it all. I done it all. You know what I mean? I survived a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes I say to myself, why am I here? If I done all that, why am I here? You know what I mean? Because there's days that you say to yourself, but then you have to shake it off. You know why, right? Because popular thought, popular media, you know what I mean? They want you to be miserable. Misery. When you let them, when you allow that feeling, that will dissipate, that will, it will disappear. But if you allow if you're the kind of person that watches Dr. Phil, and you watching a lot of what you call it, crime shows, you know what I mean, Dateline and stuff, I'm like, yo, man. So a broken heart, man, you gotta let a broken heart mend. But it, and because when you wallow in the mire, because at the end of the day, man, they don't know how we feel. When I say they, I'm talking about the enemy doesn't know you. The enemy claims that they understand you, but they don't understand you. They'll never understand you. We're different. We're a different breed, you know. We see things for what they are. They could talk all that talk they want. They could tell you to go vote for him, go vote for them, go vote for this and that and the third. But at the end of the day, all they want to do is control. They want to be and stay in power by taking away your power. You can't let that happen. You can't let them take away your power. Black man, you cannot allow, you know what I mean? Let's maintain that air composure. It might take us a few days, a month or two, maybe a year to get over certain things. But what we do, we do. So, black man, recognize to realize and open up your eyes. When you watch the RJ Dubove, when you watch the Rich Rocker show, when you watch me, you better recognize to realize, man, I'm not playing no games with none of you cats out there. If you want to listen, listen. If you don't, don't. But at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean? I get it. You should understand it. So let's maintain that air of composure within a society that doesn't see you and I as human beings. All right? So yeah, man. I'm out.